welcome to The Pitch. I'm here alongside Brock, because Brock is home for once. And on this episode of The Pitch, Brock, what are we talking about?
We are talking about the top 20 players list that came out recently, as it does every offseason.
Comes out every offseason.
And basically, the way it happens is it is formulated between us four, a pool of people.
Two other people. We're not two people here.
No.
There's two. Ty and Tierney are also part of the top 20 players list making committee.
Yes, that's the name of it now. Okay. Anyways, there was kind of more controversy this time than normal.
Yeah, usually, there's some negative, people, I disagree with that, but there seemed to be a little bit more than normal this time around for whatever reason.
It was an extensive comment chat room, if you would say, on the Instagram.
On the Instagram post, yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to dive into.
Yeah.
So basically how the top 20 players list is made, if you're wondering, is it's not necessarily like a collaborative effort between us. Basically how we do it is we each make our own top 20s and then we combine them. So that's how that works. But anyways, yes, for this segment we're going to kind of play devil's advocate for what the top 20 players list was. That doesn't mean we necessarily think all the things we're going to say are true in our opinions, but we're basically just going to defend the list.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start with what were some. If you haven't seen the top 20 players list yet, we advise you look at it. If you already have, maybe pull it up for reference while we.
Well, let's just start with the culprit of the comments on the Instagram post, which was mainly filled up by Michael Sullivan.
Michael Sullivan and Anthony Nussbaum. Anthony Nussbaum, not surprising. He's always doing stuff.
No, that's a
cause controversy and whatnot. But yeah, Michael Sullivan did surprise me a little bit.
Michael came in at number 6
on the top 20 players.
And he was unhappy about this. Now let's just read what's in front of him. Okay, at number 5, Nate Williamson. At number 4, Marcus Deo. At number 3, Connor Vermillion. Number 2, Colton Titus. And number 1, Kyle Godino.
And basically, if you go back and look through the Instagram comments, Sullivan kind of said that he thought he should be top 3. Well, let's look.
I'm going to be honest. I don't see one person that he should bump. Not one.
Well, Nate won JL 13 MVP, and he's been an All-Star he was an All-Star last season. He was out for all of JL 14, but he was an All-Star last season. Connor Vermillion. Oh, when he brought that, he said Connor Vermillion should be 6 behind. He said
so basically him and Connor should switch.
Right. And did he go there, Brock? Did he just go there with that?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
Well, we know the backstory to all this.
What is that?
Well,
just explain.
People already know what it is. Sullivan was traded because the Cobras felt like Vermillion could just replace him.
Yeah.
Be just as good, if not better. And maybe Sullivan wasn't happy about that, and now he's expressing that.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But another thing that Sullivan pointed out that we should note is he said, quote, well, I don't want to say quote, but it's basically what he said. There's too many young bloods on the list that maybe shouldn't have been as high as they are or shouldn't have been on it, period. Vermillion would be a young blood.
Is he considering Colton Titus one of them?
No, because he didn't say anything about Colton's spot as number 2.
He did say something about Eric Titus being as high as he was on the list.
I don't think he specifically name-dropped people when he said that part, but if we look through the rookies that are high, Eric Titus is 7 right behind him. Oh, he did name-drop Matthew Morton. He said that he maybe shouldn't have been as high as he was. Matthew Morton's 12. Do you think he's 12?
Yeah, I think he's in that range.
Defend why he would be 12. The team went 1-5. Well, not good.
First of all, he has no one to play with.
That's true.
And he's in a very tough league.
That's true.
And when you have a bad team in a tough league, it usually means
he carried the team.
He's the starting pitcher, and he's the best hitter on the team. And he carried them to 1 win, which isn't a lot, but still, I think he's a good player, and he has potential.
Defend why Eric Titus should be number 7, because that one is pretty high.
Does that really even need defending? He took the Bison to, what was their regular season record?
Did Eric Titus carry? Did anyone carry their team more than Eric Titus did last season?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
No one. Not even Colton didn't.
His team would still.
Kyle didn't. Their team still could have been fine. You take Eric off the
maybe
Bison.
Connor Vermillion, maybe, but probably still Eric more because Eric was their bats.
The Bison would have been worse, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you play the Cobras without Connor, playing the Bison without Eric, the Cobras still destroy them.
Yeah. Can you defend Scott Coleman at number 9? Because he's not a young blood, but he was a rookie. He's definitely not a young blood, though. He's old.
That one's a little tougher. I could see why someone might be upset about that, actually.
I can too.
Because looking at the list here, there's some people who could leapfrog him, but I think he's in the right range, but I understand why people would be doing it.
One more thing Michael Sullivan pointed out was that he said Ty should be the only Rapids player on the top 20 list. Ty was number 11. There's 2 other Rapids on the list. Jeter Larson's number 15, and Troy Flanagan is number 20. Can you defend them being on the list? I think Jeter's the easy one because he has as much potential, I think, in my personal opinion, as anyone in the entire league. Can he put it all together, find consistency, all that kind of...
Yeah, there's questions surrounding him.
But
he definitely has potential.
He has lots of talent.
Yeah, I think he deserves to be on there for sure. Troy, I even think Troy deserves to be on there. He's the best hitter on their team. And the only thing that I could understand is because he wasn't there for the whole... he wasn't there for the last session of the season.
The last 3 games.
But I still think he's good enough to be on the list. But if you put someone else on there, it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal to me.
Okay. Now, is it weird to you that the Rapids went 1-5 and have 3 people on the list? The Bison went 5-1 and have 1 person on the list.
Yeah, it sounds kind of weird coming out of your mouth, but not really because Eric, as we said earlier, Eric completely carried that team, and I think he's probably really the only person that deserves to be on this list.
Yes.
From the Bison.
All right, let's move on to Anthony Nussbaum's complaints. Because these, like we said, these are the 2 biggest people that were vocal about their disapproval. We'll start with the top one, and that was that he didn't think Nick Proudfoot should have been on the top 20 list. Nick Proudfoot came in number 19. He thought Tate Klein should have been on the list. Tate Klein was left off, and Nick Proudfoot shouldn't have been.
No.
Why not?
Absolutely not. Because, for one, Nick has played in the last couple seasons, and
Tate did not play a single game in JL15.
No. And we don't even need to go into the whole fiasco with the ownership and the team.
But this isn't rated on ownership and all that. This is just pure play.
And I think right now, Nick is the better player for this sole reason, because you know that he'll be there. He's reliable. And even when he is there, he does good things for your team. He's not flashy.
He's solid.
He's not, he can't carry a team to the championship, I don't think. But he can be a key player on a championship team. I really believe that. And that's why he's number 19 on the list.
Side note, is it weird to you that he's not on a team right now? Like, no one has bothered to try to pick him up?
Very weird.
Why would you? I could think of 6 teams off the top of my head immediately right now that could use his services. All right. Let's move on to Tate now, because Sullivan also said that Tate Klein should have been on the list.
I don't know why these people are so enamored with this right now. Do you?
Last time Tate Klein played was JL14, and he was not a great pitcher, and he was an average batter. I don't know why he would be on this list. I can't think of a reason, unless you want to go back to the last time he played good was JL12. He was in the running for batting crown. He had a very good season, but I mean that's 3 seasons ago.
Yeah,
4 seasons ago.
Yeah, I mean that's a while. That's a ways to be looking back.
And the league, the level of competition wasn't as good back then either.
Yeah, I think Nussbaum is kind of bringing it up because he's on his team now.
I think that's why too.
Michael Sullivan, I have no idea why he's bringing it up.
I did
can't
not
think of a reason.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't understand that one.
No, and I don't agree with it at all. I like our list, but we made it. So
there were some things on the final list that I could have maybe.
Yeah, I think there were a couple things that I disagreed with.
I thought it was pretty accurate overall.
Yeah, I did too. Well, we're kind of biased too.
Well, we are, but we like that there was discussion about.
Yeah,
maybe this should or shouldn't have been. Who did you like most? Like, what surprised you most?
On the list or the complaints?
The list.
The list. Who surprised me most?
Like, what was the biggest thing that jumped out? Like, oh.
You know, maybe an Adam Clark at number 8. And not because he's at number 8, but because he had a tournament where he played well enough to be in the top 10. Because before he was kind of like, he was a good pitcher, but he was very up and down. He was kind of an average batter. But he actually had a really good tournament and deserves to be in the top 10, which is kind of new. And but I agree with it. I think he played well enough. What about you?
I liked Marcus Deo at number 4. On the side, we showed what they were ranked. No, just on the side, it showed what they were ranked last season.
And he was
number 13. It was a big jump.
Yeah.
So I like.
Very true.
Another Caden Vanderworth at 13 stood out to me a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe a little high. But
yeah, I don't remember where I actually had him, but I could see that complaint now.
But no one complained about that one.
No, they only complain about the...
And what was Sullivan going to complain about? He hit a grand slam on.
I don't know. Sullivan is complaining about the people who are ahead of him.
I mean, they're respectable complaints, but...
Yeah, but just complaints that I don't agree with.
All right, Brock says he doesn't agree. But we do like the discussion. We want more of this discussion. It's fun.
Yes, especially when you do it with each other.
Yes, so thank you for doing that, Sullivan and Newspawn. Newspawn does it on every post, so this is kind of just
keep it
par for the course now. All right, that's it for the pitch. We'll see you guys later.